right, let's have some fun. We have this story today about Moses, and he went with his people from slavery. Then finally Pharaoh said they could go, but is he going to keep that decision? Let's see in our story today. Well, they had a long way to go, right? They were in the wilderness. How do they know which way to go? Well, God sent a cloud, a pillar of cloud, so that they would know which way to go during the daytime. But when it got dark, then they couldn't see the cloud. So then how did they know where to go? God sent a pillar of fire. See the fire? Okay, so now during the daytime, which way are we gonna go? During the daytime. Which way? Come on and help me. You're right, we're gonna go to watch the cloud. Wherever the cloud goes, we're gonna go that way during the daytime, okay? So let's go this way. Let's take it off the wall because it doesn't stay in one spot. Okay, we're gonna follow you during the daytime, okay? Okay, we'll follow you during the daytime. Oh, the sun is going down, it's getting dark. Down goes the cloud, and now what? Oh, now we're gonna follow the fire. The fire. So now we're gonna follow Miss Natalie. Okay, now we follow the fire in the nighttime. Oh, if it stops, we stop. Oh, that must mean that we get to sleep. Oh, good, let's sleep. Oh, the sun's coming up. Oh, where's that cloud? It stopped. Whenever it starts going again, we gotta follow it. Are you ready? Oh, let's go. Follow the cloud. I will follow the cloud. Where it leads me, where it leads, I'll go. I will follow the cloud. Where it leads me, where it leads, I'll go. Oh, it's stopping. Oh, let's see. Where's that fire? Where's that fire? Oh, the fire's there. I will follow the fire. Where it leads me, where it leads, I'll go. I will follow the fire. Where it leads me, where it leads, I'll go. Is it stopping? Oh, I guess it's time to sleep again. Okay, you can play as long as you want, and you can use anything. Just pretend one's the cloud and one's the fire. Okay? All right, girls and boys, remember last week we started this verse, so we're going to go a little bit further today. Are you ready? Hands free? Here we go. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your soul. For my yoke is easy to bear, and the burden I give you is light." Matthew 11:28-30. Okay, now let's start at the beginning. We worked at this last week. Let's see how far you got. All righty? All right? Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart." Let's just go that far, okay? The last part. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart. Again. Take my yoke upon you, because I am humble and gentle at heart. Okay, let's start from the beginning. You ready? Remember? Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart. Okay, just that far for today, okay? And where's it found? Matthew 11:28 to 30. Where was it? Matthew 11:28 to 30. Work on that during this week. So remember last week we had baby Moses in a basket, but he didn't stay little, just like you're not going to stay little. You're going to grow up and be big and tall, right? Or small like me. But anyways, so Moses, he got bigger and bigger, and he went back to his people. He didn't stay in the castle with the princess forever. And they got stuck in slavery. Mean King Pharaoh wanted them to be slaves and work so hard. And finally, Mean King Pharaoh said, go, go, go. But which way should they go? They didn't know which way to go in the wilderness. So God sent a cloud. He sent a cloud for the Israelites, God's people, to follow during the daytime. And when it stopped, they stopped. When it went, they went. When it stopped, they stopped. And then in the nighttime, there was a fire, a pillar of fire. And they could watch it, and they would go when it went, and they would stop when it stopped. When it stopped, I think it was time to sleep, huh? They would take a rest, and when it was time to go again, they'd follow the cloud, right? Away they went. The fire and the cloud, the fire and the cloud. Oh my, but at least they knew which way to go, right? And then, they had a big problem. There was this big sea in front of them. Now which way were they going to go? The cloud said to go that way, but how are they going to go across the Red Sea? I mean, come on, God, you know. God knows best, right? God's way is perfect, but they didn't know which way to go, so they just stood there by the Red Sea. Let's come on over here. I'm going to show you. Over here. Let's pretend. I know you like to pretend. Let's pretend this is the Red Sea. Only it's much bigger, really big. It was too big for them to swim across, okay? Too big. It was so big. It's actually called the Red Sea, even though this water is blue. All right? So, let's pretend this is the Israelites, because these are all the people I had at my house. So we'll just use those, okay? But it was there were many more people than that, the Israelites, okay? So now they're just sitting here looking at the water. And here's the cloud, which means they're supposed to cross it, but how are they going to do that? Well, they're thinking about that. Uh-oh. I hear something. Do you hear something? I hear something. I hear people coming. Oh no, look! The army! The Egyptian army! They're after us! Oh no! Now what are we going to do? Oh, what are we going to do? And so what happened? Moses put his staff down on the water, and the water started to open up just like that. It was like the wind blew and blew, and it was like a wall on each side of the water. And guess what was on top? There was dry ground. So here they went. They started going across on dry ground. They were all getting across. They all got across. And just as they were crossing, oh no, they're behind us. Hurry. They kept coming and they kept coming. But as the army got across, what happened? They didn't get across, because just before they reached the other side, boom, the waters closed up. What happened to the Egyptians? Ooh, we don't want to talk about that. But they didn't get across, did they? The waters folded in on them. And the Israelites got across on dry ground. Wow, would you have ever figured out that that's the way God would get them across? That was a miracle, wasn't it? Because God's way is perfect. Even though we don't understand a lot of times why God does the things he does, God's way is perfect.
Hi guys, it's craft time. That was a pretty amazing story about God's people and how Moses led them and they got across the Red Sea. And so, do you remember how God led them? He led them by a pillar of cloud in the daytime, which probably kept them nice and cool. And he led them with a pillar of fire during the nighttime, which gave them light and probably kept them warm too. So we are going to make those pillars. This is going to be my pillar of cloud. So what I did is I got a construction paper and I just taped it together. And then I'm going to get a glue stick, some cotton balls. These are going to be my clouds that I'm going to stick to the pillar. So what I'll do is just open up the cotton like that. Put some glue where I want my cloud. See? Doesn't that look like a cloud? All right, so let me do another one. And you can do as many clouds as you want, or how many ever cotton balls you want to use on there. We'll do one more. All right, there's my pillar of cloud. And now I'm going to make the pillar of fire. I'm going to roll up another piece of paper. And I'm going to use tape to tape it together. You could even use a paper towel roll if you had one. But I'm just going to use construction paper because this is what I have today. All right, there's my pillar. Now, to add my fire, I have this crepe paper in orange and red, but you can use construction paper too, if that's what you have. So I'm just going to cut or pull apart little pieces. I'm going to glue it. See? So it's going to look like fire. I'm going to use red and orange. Oops. And you put one more red one on there so it looks more like fire. Okay, now you can act out the story. You can have your pillar of fire by day or night and your pillar of cloud by day.